Happy Merry Christmas, everybody. The Dr. Movies is here bringing you my top 10 movies of 2014. The year is almost over and it's time to talk about some movies that I've seen. These are my personal top 10 that I picked personally. Now, everybody else has their own opinion, so I'm going to talk about my personal top 10. So, let's begin with number 10. I'm going to have The Hobbit, that's the Battle of the Five Armies. Once again, last year I put this as my number one most anticipated movie of 2014, and it kind of disappointed me in so many levels. I thought the pacing was a good movie, but the way that there were certain parts of the movie, I was like, wait a minute, what went wrong here? The CGI wasn't right in certain parts of the movie. I was really disappointed in a great franchise. Still a great movie, but yeah, for me, it's personally number 10 right now. But that, you know what, I'm going to put it as number 10 because I still like that movie a lot. Number 9, I'm going to put Need for Speed. I thought Need for Speed was going to be whatever movie because it's based off a video game. A very good video game movie. Video game movies are not particularly good. I mean, besides Resident Evil, but that doesn't really count because Resident Evil is awesome. And this movie came out, it was awesome for a couple of reasons. One, because all the action scenes were not CGI, they were all stunt people doing it. And I thought that was cool. The story was pretty cool. A little cheesy, but you know, for a cool movie, but it was good. The Mustang that they used in the main character used, a very nice car. Wish I had it. At number 8, a movie I really liked, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. I'm talking about a movie that a lot of people thought that the original movies were the best. When they decided to remake this movie, a lot of people were saying, oh my god, they're going to ruin this movie. The first one came out and it was amazing. The second one came out, my mind was blown. The way that they made the apes and Caesar, perfect. It was just great. So that's number 8 for me, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. Number 7 is a movie I thought was going to be bad, Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles came out to me as a surprise, being really cool. I mean, the way that they made the Turtles, I mean, at first everybody was saying, oh my god, Michael Bay's making and they're going to ruin Ninja Turtles now. No. It had its moments where it was, you know, kind of cheesy, but you know what? It was pretty cool. I liked Ninja Turtles. It's a great movie, in my opinion. That's number 7. Number 6, 22 Jump Street. 22 Jump Street remains to be the funniest comedy movies of 2014. It was hilarious. Jonah Hill, Channing Tatum had great chemistry together, using the same formula as the first one, but putting a new spin on it and made it great. It was hilarious. At number 5, I'm going to have The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 1. Now, for those who read the book, we're probably going to be a little disappointed about this, but you know what? I can understand why. Because it's not a really big book, like if it's a Harry Potter or even a Twilight, where you can actually split it in half. They couldn't just made this into one movie, part to be continued, and then bring out the next one and have to wait a whole another year for the next one. But you know what? That's how it is. I thought this one was good for a couple of reasons. One, you know, Katniss, played by Jennifer Lawrence, was amazing. She just gets better and better as she goes. With every movie she makes, she's just great. And number 4, a movie that is like right now for Oscar buzz, Gone Girl. Gone Girl was a movie that I went to go see. I thought it was going to be one of those dramatic movies where I'm going to, oh, I guess right, I know who the killer is or whatever, or what happened to the girl right away. Nope, this movie basically made me guess until the end of the movie. It had such a weird twist to it that even I didn't see coming, and I thought it was great. Ben Affleck proves that he's gotten better at acting, directing, basically being in this. This movie's great. I thought it was fantastic. I love this movie. Gone Girl is number 4. Number 3 is a movie called The Theory of Everything. Now, The Theory of Everything is basically the story of Dr. Stephen Hawking, and I didn't even know who he was as much. I didn't know about his backstory as much until I saw this movie, about how he goes from walking to his wheelchair, how he has to really struggle to develop his sensibility to actually survive in this new way that he has to live, because he has Parkinson's disease, so he has to really manage that. And I thought the way they made this movie was very good. So that's number 3. Number 2, Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, Guardians of the Galaxy was Marvel's biggest gamble. They basically went to the casino, said, you know what, put all the chips into Guardians and let's see what happens. And boy, did it deliver. Humor, action, basically tying to the whole cinematic universe of Marvel perfectly. I love this movie. Chris Pratt was hilarious. Zoe Saldana was great. Vin Diesel, Bradley Cooper. They were all great in this movie. I love the Guardians of the Galaxy. It's such a great movie. One of the best Marvel movies so far, besides, Avengers, but that's because it's Avengers. But I thought this movie is great. I loved it. Can't wait for the next one. And the number one movie for me personally, X-Men Days of Future Past. Now, Hugh Jackman played Wolverine yet again and proves that he cannot basically age. I don't think he is. I think that guy just goes to the gym. He has like a fountain of youth, and the way he looks, he is Wolverine for life. He can never quit. If he quits, I'm gonna cry because there is no other person who can play Wolverine. I mean, this movie took two different X-Men universes and combined them, the past and the future, and put it together and make it work. And that could have been a mess. That could have been very bad, but they found a way to make the time travel work perfectly, and I thought it was great. And that's why number one is X-Men Days of Future Past. So let me rephrase my top 10. Number 10, The Hobbit. Number 9, Need for Speed. Number 8, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. 7 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 6 is 22 Jump Street. 5 is The Hunger Games. 4, Gone Girl. 3, The Theory of Everything. 2, Guardians. And number 1, X-Men Days of Future Past. And I do have some honorable mentions here. So let me tell you those really quick. Number 6 for honorable mentions, RoboCop. 5 is the Rock movie, Dwayne The Rock Johnson's Hercules. 4, Let's Be Cops. 3, Godzilla. 2, Captain America. And number 1, Annie. Like I said, once more, my honorable mentions are RoboCop, Hercules, Let's Be Cops, Godzilla, Captain America, and Annie. Well, there you have it. Those are my top 10 movies of 2014 that I personally like a lot, and I want to know what yours is, so let me know what you think, and let me know what yours are, because we can all talk about these, and we might have different opinions about certain movies. And stay tuned for my top 10 worst movies of 2014, because I have a whole bunch of them, and I want to talk about them, so the next video, thank you very much.